Hey everyone, what's up? Trickiesty here. Today I'll be showing you how to create a bot for any browser game. For this tutorial, I chose the browser game Tribal Wars. I actually don't play it. I just entered browser games into Google and this came up. So I went ahead, created an account, and I'll be showing you how to make a little bot for it. So first of all, let's create a GUI. So this here will be the input for the username, and this here for password. That's the login button. So login. Okay. Now create a second section. Just call this data. So let's leave that and go over to our browser. I'm using Firefox, so I have a little extension called HTTP headers. For this we'll be capturing the packets of the login so we can use them in our script. So let's go ahead and hit login. And now we're in. So let's stop capturing. Scroll up to the top. And see what we have. So we have our username, Trickiesty, we have a password, which is Trickiesty, and looks like we have a cookie true, clear true. Those are just some values. So we need to find the here we go. This is it. So this is then the packet which will determine on which server to go to. As I can see, my password is encrypted. But as we can see here, one of the set cookies is this password. So this will be really easy to sniff out. So let's save all of this in our folder and call this packets. Save it, and we can close it. go to this. I use Notepad++ for this kind of stuff. So yeah, let's go over here and generate the code. Go over here. First off, we want to create a new include win http.au3 and string.au3. Let this loop be a function. Alright. No. To keep this tutorial kind of short, I went ahead and typed everything up, and I'll quickly go over it. So, we have IP user and IP password. Those are the input boxes. These two variables, read username and read password, read the input boxes and set them as these variables. Then we have the first URL, which is for the login, which is right here, this URL. Then we open a connection. The packet, which is right here, is the username. Actually, I did that wrong. It's supposed to be this. Username and password. It's a post, which is declared right here. It sends this URL and this packet. The content type, this is very important for post packets. That's declared right here. And then it sends it, it waits for a response, and it gets all response headers, which is this right here. Then it fetches the encoded password by doing string between, so the string between password equals and semicolon space. Password equals semicolon space, and then converts it, so this is right now an array to a normal variable. Then we get the second packet, which is the one containing on which server we are or we want to play on. This server right up here, we could have another input box so the user has the choice of going to different servers, but because I'm only on this one server, we can have this included here. So then for the packet, it's again the username, but then this encoded password. The URL, set request headers, send it, and wait for a response. Alright. So now what we want to do is fetch some information from this website. For example, wood, clay, and iron. So for this, let's copy this URL up here, go back to our code, and we'll enter this on the other end will be a get packet. So get, then the URL, send the packet, and wait for a response. Just to make sure, I'm going to test if it is a get packet. It is. Alright. So we're now successfully logged in and on the main page. Now let's sniff out some of these values. So for that, let's do a right click and view page source. Then let's scroll down and as we can see, we have some values here. So let's just make it a bit easier. Highlight this and go to source code. And we have wood, clay, iron. So let's go to our AutoIt code. Put this right here. Let's add a line, call this source code equals login dot get response text. So it gets the whole source code. Now we want to sniff out, or more to say, not sniff, but read out these values. So let's do wood equals string between source code and let's see, code looks a bit a lot of spaces, but that's no problem. This value right here replaces, or actually it does not, but I can just add a quick line to replace these spaces. So let's do wood till per hour because I'm lazy. I'm not going to write that out. And we have wood. Let's go on to clay. To keep it short, I quickly paused, but we have wood, clay, and iron. And now we want these values to be displayed in the GUI. So let's go back, and right here at data, let's I don't feel like doing a ton of labels. So let's actually just create an edit box. Let's actually delete that. Create an edit box. Of course, we don't want people to edit these values, so we'll have it disabled. Call this items. Alright, let's see. Okay, there we go. And we want to set data of items to no. What do we want to call this? Whatever. Ors. Ors equals wood So what CRLF is practically the next line. So it will display wood equals blah blah, next line clay, and so on. And never forget to add your ands. Next line we have clay, and iron. This is the last value, so we do not need a CRLF. So let's see, we got wood and wood. Okay, looks good. And once that's done, we want it to return back to main, which is main right here. So people don't log in multiple times, because we already have a session. We have a session ID probably. It's actually, oops, must be a session ID here, SID. If we log in again, everything will be everything will change around, and yeah. This is interesting. Because I went from the login directly to the main page, but I haven't declared a session. Interesting. Well, I'll try it out. If it doesn't work, I'll have to add this in. but that shouldn't be a problem, because I'll just have to get the response headers of this, get the location, get the session ID, and yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and run the script. What I'm gonna do is log out. Where the hell do you log out? Don't you love games where you don't even know where to log out? We'll just do it this way. Ah, fuck you. Oh my god. You fucking kidding me, bitch. Screw it, whatever. So our username is Trickkiste. Password is Trickkiste. If we get an error, we know something here went wrong. So let's hit login. What? Oh, duh. Forgot the equal. And I'm just looking at this and I'm like, Okay, let's try it again. See? Something with the... Yeah, why did I put a bracket? We're getting there. We're almost there. Alright, for passwords, we don't actually want to see the password. Let's go back to Coda real quickly, go to Styles, and ES password. Go to the source code and just copy this part. And add that. Let's close it. And now the password is hidden. Okay. Well, that does not look right. So it's logging in, we're getting a session, but not quite what, but we're not quite getting the values we want. So let's add this part of code, just so it exactly knows where to look. Oops. Try that again. Okay, close. Right. This strong not to forget, put it right there. And I think that should do it. So last attempt. There you go. Wood 6, clay 6, iron 6. So that is getting values. I might make this into a little series, continue with maybe doing some image search or pixel search. I really have no idea how this game works, so I'll inform myself a bit. And yeah, hope you liked this tutorial. If you have any questions, leave a comment. The source code will be in the description box for you lazy people. So yeah, enjoy.